Hello. Here are my thoughts on the first three episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. Spoilers if you haven't watched. All right, let's begin. So, yes, it's a slow burn, and I get that. They're trying to set up the family dynamics so that we actually care when one of the characters is at risk of being killed. I love that Kim Dickens, Chef Janet from HBO's Little Watch post-Katrina New Orleans drama Treme is the main character. The premiere was great, with Nick's heroine awakening in the church and our intro to the outbreak. There's a few unbelievable moments, though. What's with the glowing blue zombie eyes in the first episode? And not only why are they glowing, but why were the neighbor Susan's eyes not glowing blue? So ditch the glowing blue eyes, or at least be consistent. By the way, did anyone catch that Susan's mouth was moving after she was shot in the head by the military? I guess the actress didn't know how to play dead and they kept the shot in the show. Anyway, small complaint, but Madison seems to have come to the conclusion that the walkers need to be taken care of a little bit too quickly. I was hoping for a slower progression or slower realization where she's looking or hoping for a cure. And I personally wouldn't start killing walkers until I had seen way more of them and had fully come to terms with the fact that they are in fact dead and reanimated and there's no cure. And actually, even in the original show, I mean, they were looking for a cure. They went to the CDC and all that stuff. So, I mean, I think more emphasis should be placed on looking for a cure, at least in the initial outbreak. But I do like the fact that she's already like grabbing hammers and stuff. So I'm looking forward to her character evolution. Overall, though, I think this show will attract people who don't necessarily like the Mother show. It seems a bit more based in reality with believable, ordinary characters who are hopefully on a great transformational journey. In some ways, the Mother show has these superhero archetypes that I find hard to believe at times or hard to connect with. I really did not like Michonne until they finally gave her some speaking lines and a little bit more depth. But when she was first introduced, she had very little dialogue and she was just constantly angry, and I don't know, this show is definitely very different from The Walking Dead. And the casting in recent seasons of The Walking Dead has improved, but the first couple of years were pretty bad, especially Lori and Andrea, and I don't want to get into all that stuff, but no, I'm glad to see that Fear the Walking Dead is focusing more on casting and better character development. And I think that the Fear the Walking Dead is also going to be good fans or great for fans of Beth from the original series. I know there's plenty of Beth haters out there, and they're probably all 15 years old and like to have big explosions and hordes of zombies out there. But, while I don't mind the big explosions and the zombies and the hordes, character development is important, and having characters that are somewhat relatable and grounded in reality is also good. Now, I love the scene with LA's electrical grid going down. It's definitely getting suspenseful, and I can see how this is going to be more about the character's psychological transformation rather than focusing just on action, at least for a while. And it looks like martial law is about to begin, which could be very compelling to see, and something tells me that the military might be more scarier than the walkers. I know they want to differentiate themselves from the Mother show by keeping this an urban setting. But come on. I mean, I really, really want to see them at least talking about getting to Catalina Island. I mean, come on. They don't have to actually stay on the island, but maybe they could do it where the military sets up base on Catalina Island as a refuge, and that's where the military just totally falls. And so by the time Madison and company get to Catalina Island, it's like completely run over by hordes, or maybe the military even does some kind of like biological weapon, which makes the whole island uninhabitable or something like that, which would then keep them in an urban setting. But at least try to get to the island. I mean, spoiler alert for Lost here, but remember the whole, thing about getting off the island on Lost, where they actually built that raft? Obviously, I don't want them building rafts here, but they could take a boat out there at least. Anyway, another huge gripe would be that no one's watching the news or listening to the radio anymore. I mean, come on, that would be the first thing you'd be doing, is listening to all the local radio stations, or at least, watching the news, watching CNN, whatever, but trying to figure out, like, what is the media actually telling everyone? Because I'm sure the media has, obviously has footage, never mind social media, YouTube. I mean, why aren't the kids on Twitter or whatever and trying to find out what's going on? Also, great job of disguising Vancouver as Los Angeles because aside from a few downtown shots like the Vancouver Library, which is almost in every TV show imaginable that's shot in Vancouver, it actually looks like Los Angeles, including palm trees, which is kind of cool to see. Pretty cool job that that Vancouver can actually look like California, Southern California. The close-up shots help too because they don't have to show a lot of the background. But anyway, it's a little bit early to tell where the plot will go and whether or not I'll like more of the characters, but I'm going to keep watching, if only for Kim Dickens. And I want to see her go totally Carol on us at some point, which is going to be cool. But also keep her humanity while she kind of becomes this monster. What do you think of The Walking Dead? What are your reactions? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll catch you soon. Thanks for listening.